Hi folks, about 5 minutes to 1, July 8th, Monday, still about 86 degrees, give or take a little bit. So between this video and the last video, the sun left my solar collectors and they're back into a charge mode instead of being completely charged and just trickle charging. Well, here's the second video. I started to look at the bike out there, the China bike. And as I looked at it, I said, wow, I think I have all this stuff already. And it comes from, you guys remember the cut-up China bike? Here's the cut-up China bike. I don't know if you guys remember. I found this on the side of the road. Was really thrilled, went through the bushes and brought it all home. So here's the cut-up China bike, and you can see it's all cut up. There's the gas tank to it. So I got this home, and by the way, what I noticed was tires. These are the back tires from that China bike, these two, and there was one front one that unfortunately at this moment appears to be buried in the hoard. If I had to, I guess I could dig it up. At this moment I really don't have to, so I'm not going to. Those two tires, that guy and that guy, and these two guys over here, the top two, those two, I just bought those. They were, I think I paid $25, $30 for them, something like that, at a flea market there. So I do have some spare tires for that rig if I need them. Anyway, so I went through the hoard, and these are all the spare parts I came up with. So I got the this is the left-hand switch, and if you take a look out here, excuse me while I fall down and get hurt. So you can see this block should go here. So I got the left-hand switch. The second thing I need, if you look at the front fender, see that hole in the front fender? I need the key. So once again, digging through the piles, and I realized that I left the key switch on that front fender that says runner, right there, that's upside down, that says runner. So I left the key switch on that, and I even have the key, and it even has a plug on the end of it. So how happy are we about this? So those are two big pluses. Then also I discovered this rat's nest, and this rat's nest was, if you took this fender and looked in this area here, that's the rat's nest that was sitting in there. Part of it has to do with the headlights, right? High and low beam, which is actually pretty cool for one of these cheap quads, and all. So there's the end where it was cut and cut and cut. So after I found all this great stuff, the switch, the wiring and all that, I said, boy, maybe I'm lucky and I just have to plug some stuff in. And that's where things became less than happy. Because it appears as if somebody's already jacked on this wiring. So, I mean, I saw that, you know, whoops, where are we? That some things were disconnected. you know, I saw some of this and some of that and some of this, but what I didn't notice was this kind of stuff. See this kind of stuff? I think it's green, I think it's only ground, no big deal. Then I started to look in the back of this, and I'm seeing wires cut. I don't know, could you see it? The white and the green are cut. So now I'm kind of scratching my head a little bit. It does have things like this is the wire for the neutral safety switch, and I have to spend a few minutes go through it. This thing was pounded on a little bit. I don't know, you guys could see the motor mounts cracked. So I'm going to have to spend a few minutes playing with this. The front tires are also bowed outward a little bit, I think, but that is adjustable, so I'll bring those back in. So this is going to take a few minutes to figure out. I am going to have to put my thoughts to it. I don't know how many speed this motor is. It does have a shifter, but it doesn't say on there how many gears. It is neutral down. One, two, three, four, five. Wow. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be a 5-speed. Boy, that would be surprising. I'd be surprised if it has reverse, but I wouldn't be able to tell by the cabling that's left. So, anyway, second challenge, putting this puppy together. It is going to take a little while to grind my way through the wiring and figure things out. Given that I just went through a 185, the wiring on a 185, and given that these things here, they use the same CDI unit as the 185, there really shouldn't be much to figuring things out on this. As a matter of fact, I could probably put the jumper in it and have it running within minutes. He was putting this jumper between a couple of wires, and as near as I could tell, just looking at these, the only two that it would make sense to jumper to me would be the black one with the white stripe and the yellow one with the red stripe. Those are the only two that looks like it would make sense to put together. I'm pretty sure everything else is ground. The one with the yellow on it, well, anyway, one of them is ground. I'm not sure what the other one, the green one with the stripe in it, does. Alright folks, so my two challenges that I'm playing with, plus Dield's cooking, plus fighting the heat. I've put more and more thought into this mess over here, and once again, from a consolidation point of view, what I'd like to do is I'd like this toolbox to slide under something over there, because I'm tired of piling crap on this toolbox and not being able to use it. You can't open the drawers if you don't open the lid, so and then you put all kinds of crap on the lid and you can't open the drawer, so you can't get the tools out. So that's obviously not working for me. So I think I'd like to set up a bench, and this isn't a bad height, so that this rolls underneath it. That's one thing rattling around in my head. If I put all my tools that I need for up here into this box, and obviously it rolls right under the bench, Now I have a bench to work on. I have my toolbox. This table, though it's been really, really good for collecting crap, I've been leaving all kinds of stuff all over it. It really just hasn't worked out. I had hopes of it becoming a welding bench, and maybe it will be, but it won't be in here. It's got to go someplace. And having a bunch of things underneath here, but then I discovered that everything I put in here just gets full of dirt. So you don't need to cover your tools with dirt or your compression gauges or whatever else in dirt. So that's not going to work out. This has to go. This file cabinet, obviously it's useless because I can't open the doors, but it happens to be a really nice file cabinet by the fact that the top two drawers are small, which would make them good for tools. The bottom ones are bigger, and I'd actually like that in this garage. And I'd really like to put the eBay stuff in there, the wiring harnesses, junk like that. Obviously all the propane and the tires, that all has to find a new home. This guy, I've been trying to figure out where to put it so it wouldn't get completely destroyed. And I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take what I need from it, obviously. I'm going to put the cover back on the side and stabilize it, get it nice and stable. Then I think I'm going to put it in the bed of the pickup truck, which is out in the barn. Just sit it in the bed of the pickup truck. It's not going to have any tires on it, so it's going to be difficult to move around. So the best way of moving it would be to just start the truck up and drive that truck that's in the garage out in the back barn to wherever I need it to be. There really won't be, the motor will be here, the rear end will be here, be on it and so forth, but there really won't be too much to easily steal. I'm probably going to take just about everything else off of it. So that's what's going to become of this, so that'll get out of here. This thing obviously needs to get finished and it needs to move on. I've been a little bit nervous about calling this one done. What I want to do with it is open it up again and just make sure there's not some more metal that's going to get between the flywheel and the stator. I got a couple $100 into those two things, so I really don't want them to grind themselves up. And if it's clean in there, what I'll do is I'll put the real gasket on the side and call this one done. Put it back together again. Put these tires, those two tires, on the back of it. So now this thing is moving along pretty good. So that'll allow this thing to start moving, to get moving too. All right, folks, you've spent 13 minutes in my madness. So we'll catch you on the next episode of The Hoard. Between now and then, live, love, and have a great time. Remember, tires down, handlebars up, and, play with your toys. Try to keep things moving. Thanks for watching.